Okay. Oh, this is a long one. This one we cannot finish. But we can do part of it and then finish it maybe next time.
Okay, well, let's start it.
I
Hmm.
know. Can we? Can we? Yes, we can go straight to the next checkpoint. There are only two checkpoints in this game. Okay, let's do it.
So there are two ways in second round.
Two ways
Two,
where and what?
yeah, upstairs, like and downstairs way.
The paths that you can take in the game.
Yeah,
Well, I think it differs from chapter to chapter, but yeah, usually you can have like three, four, five, six different outcomes depending on your choices. And yes, they go from top to bottom. Yeah.
mm,
All right. Him and this coin, we see him flipping this coin from time to time, and there is certain significance to it, but I don't just know what. All right, what does it say there on the door?
no androids allowed.
Oh, no dogs. So it's kind of similar. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not a big historian, but like I told you before, in this game you see many parallels. Are you
Yeah,
listening to me? You see many parallels to an African American struggle for their freedoms in the United States. So during the times of segregation, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you could see signs like this, but instead of no androids allowed, it would say no like blacks allowed, and like no dogs, no blacks, no dogs. Do you understand what I'm saying? African
yeah.
American people had their restaurants and their bars. White people had their bars.
Maybe my maybe thing that I want to say is uh, racistic, ra-
Racism,
uh,
yeah, yeah, that's racism.
racism that I
Racism.
want to say. But I think the Android is like in the
Not a,
thing that was in US, it like the black and white people, but there are like the not the another kind of thing like
it's not a human being.
yeah, people and an android like
Right, but it's interesting point you're raising. Yes, but what do we consider people? Who are people? You know, uh, why were African American people not allowed with the whites, like in the same bars? Because they weren't considered people enough. And so in this society, also, androids are people like, but not enough like people, human like, to be considered equal parts of a society, equally humans. See, women like used to not have the same rights as men before the First World War. But then, because they had to, because all the guys were at war, and many of them died during the pandemic, they had to do all kinds of different jobs, just like men, and only then they got their rights, because you could argue that before that they hadn't been considered like exactly like man, human like man were, and so but this is a good point, but you know, so it's the question: who are people? Who are human? And then you can also ask about this question, like animals. It says no animals are allowed. Why can't animals walk like inside the store, for example? Why do they have to be left outside? You know, wait, are they not? What is so wrong with them that they cannot enter a building like this, for example? But let's go in. Okay, what do we need to do?
Find the T. Anderson.
Lieutenant Anderson.
Shit, I thought androids
Sorry.
weren't allowed in here.
He said, "Oh, I thought androids weren't allowed in here." All right, so tell me, who do you think is Lieutenant Anderson? We have never seen him, so
Let's
who
go.
this guy?
I think we need to go to the barman and
And
ask him.
ask the barman.
Yeah.
Peter Jimmy, business owner. Oh, he's the business owner. But I don't think we can like ask him anything.
Well,
Buy me a drink?
looks around.
Look around. Okay.
Dog.
Yep.
Well, just tell me, who do you think this is? I mean, who Lieutenant Hank Anderson is?
I don't know. Look one by one.
She's gotta get a
All right.
kitchen towel.
I thought you could. Let's cut to the chase. This is him.
Lieutenant Anderson, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife. I looked for you at the station, but nobody knew where you were. They said you were probably having a drink nearby. I was lucky to find you at the fifth bar.
All right. So he was looking for Lieutenant Anderson. Why?
I don't know. Maybe uh, um, Android scans DNA or I don't know.
Well, actually, I don't think he has told about this. Told the reason yet. But where was he looking for Lieutenant Anderson?
Oh. Yeah, really?
Where?
He's
I'm
looking?
asking. He was looking for him. Where?
We looked him before in the game.
To look for, искать. Он сказал, что он искал его в разных местах. Где? Where was he looking for him?
Bars.
At different bars. How many bars?
Yeah. 5.
Yeah. Also, but not only at bars. At first he went where? He had gone first to the station. Police station.
Police.
Yes, and there what did they tell him? Where Lieutenant Anderson could possibly be?
Bar.
A bar. A bar, yeah.
What do you want?
You were assigned a case early this evening. A homicide involving a CyberLife android. In accordance with procedure, the company has allocated a specialized model to assist investigators.
Well, I don't need any assistance. Especially not from a plastic asshole like you. So just be a good little robot and get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. So he's not very polite. So again, let me ask you, what is the reason? Why was Connor looking for Lieutenant Anderson? Now we know that.
To catch the android.
What? What android?
Like who wants to be free? Deviant.
Well, yes, you're right. But there's a specific case. Yes, they will. He says that them together have been assigned on a very special case. On a case.
Assigned is like research.
No, they were appointed to. They were given a job. They were given a job, like the detectives usually do. They have to go together to a crime scene and investigate a homicide case. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
What is a homicide case? It means a murder case. There has been a murder.
Similar.
Murder is one somebody kills somebody else. One person, or in this case, android, kills another human being. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. So what is the react Hank's or Lieutenant Anderson's reaction to this news that they have to go? He has to stop drinking and go to investigate crime in the middle of the night. How did he respond? What did he respond?
That he don't need any assistance.
Very good. And so he told Connor to do what?
Go out.
Yeah, in harsher terms, but yeah, he told him to get out of his face. Okay, let's continue. So we can reason with him, we can threaten him, we can be understanding, or we can persist.
What
Reason,
is?
huh?
Yeah,
Reason
yeah.
means to use arguments. Sometimes,
Ah,
it's a better way to when somebody doesn't want to understand what you want. They seem to want to. They seem angry with you. You want to use like arguments to persuade them to think or to understand at least your point of view. So use arguments. Then next is threaten.
like say no.
Threaten now. Threaten means if you don't do this, I will do something you don't like. You won't like. If you don't do it, I will do something you won't like. Threaten.
Yeah.
Next, understanding. We can say we understand how you feel. And the last one is persist. Means to repeat again. Listen, I'm here to assist you. So let's go and start investigating, start doing our job. So,
What's understanding? I think I don't know how it how it works.
what
How
it,
it
what it means, like if we pick that, okay, let's find out. Let's
yeah,
find.
like I know that like he says to him to go out, but he will try to understand it. Like
What could
I
that
think it
be?
will be funny.
Okay.
I understand that some people are not comfortable in the presence of androids, but
I am perfectly comfortable. Now back off before I crush you like an empty beer can.